Hey, what's cracking, healthiest social media family in the game? There's Herbert with the Beer Tomorrow shirt. What's going on, guys? It's good to see you in San Diego, California, rocking it out here, getting it done for brain, mind, and behavioral health. Here with my man, Doug Colbeth, who is working on something phenomenal that I can't tell you about yet. It's a media project, it's a film project, it's beautiful, it's lovely, it's gonna change and save lives, guaranteed. And we're working really hard to get this piece out to you to help people heal. Guys, take care, I'll see you soon. I gotta go back in there and get to work, let's go. And Doug, why do you support this wonderful cause, and what does it mean to you?
Well, I've seen personally the suffering that goes on when people have gone undiagnosed with bipolar disorder. I openly talk about my own. I was diagnosed late in my 30s, and I know life would have been a lot different if I had been diagnosed earlier. But it's one of these types of disorders that can be treated. There's a tremendous amount of good therapies for bipolar disorder, but awareness is still not where it needs to be. And once people are properly educated and they get access to proper treatment, it can change lives. And I always tell people, it's not just changing the life of the person with bipolar, because when you change that person's life, you also heal and help a lot of people who care about that person. So the disorder impacts a lot more than just the so-called patient. It impacts the entire support circle around that patient.
And Susan, what does it mean to you to be on this mission every day? And what does it mean to you to help change lives in a positive way?
It's something very personal to me. My oldest son was diagnosed at 12 years old with bipolar disorder, and to me it's changed his life, the education. He has been successful beyond anything we had hoped, and if I change one life in this mission every day, then I fulfilled my purpose. It's critical to see what education, support can do for the successful living with bipolar disorder. So it's personal for me, and it's rewarding every day of my life.
All right. What do you say, guys, Doug, we'll start with you, to that young person who's been diagnosed with bipolar disorder, is in pain and doesn't know what to do?
You're not alone. Millions of people, just in the US alone, suffer from bipolar disorder. And you can go on and live a wonderful, beautiful life. And it's like I always tell people, they always say to me, geez, Doug, what's it like to be bipolar? And you know, you're also an addict and you're all these things. And I said, yeah, but you know what? That means I can relate to people that have the same conditions. And fortunately, I'm also able to help those people and along with our family. So in that way, when you are confronted with something like this, you can turn it into a positive. And the treatments are there now. And the stigma is starting to reduce. Thanks to people like Susan and her organization. And so this is a time for awareness, education, and then what I call effective, careful treatment.
Thank you, Doug. And Susan, what do you say to the young lady out there who's just been diagnosed and she's terrified? What do you say to her?
I tell the young woman, there's hope, there's help, there's wellness, there's resources, there's support. There are those who have walked in her shoes, who by being with her and helping her through this to navigate the new world that she is in, she can lead a healthy, successful life and to ask for help. And the help is out there.
Hey.
How are you?
Doing good. How are you doing?
Doing good. Michael, what do you do for the International Bipolar Foundation, and why does the work you all do here at the foundation matter?
I'm one of the executive board members of the International Bipolar Foundation, and it matters because we're trying to get the message out to not only remove stigma related to mental illness and particularly bipolar disorder, but also allow both people with bipolar disorder and their family members realize that there is hope and there is opportunity and there is ways to live with the condition successfully and thrive even with the condition.
Ways to thrive with the condition, and you guys are trying to help people heal all over the world with bipolar disorder. What is your main drive personally for this cause? Why do you do what you do?
The reason I got involved is my daughter Claire was diagnosed with bipolar 1 when she was 13. Went through a horrid 2 years of trying to find medication combinations that work for her, multiple hospitalizations, attempted suicides, and all the things that come along with it. So I have a very vested interest, both personally and then with me then learning more about the condition, because I was ignorant of it at that point until she became sick. I realized that we need to do more. We need to get the message out. We need to provide resources, and we need to provide hope and the ability for people to move forward and live their lives.
Live their lives and change their lives for the better, right?
Absolutely, yes. I think the one thing which is clear is bipolar doesn't have to be a death sentence. I mean, for different people, it can be very, very difficult to find medications that work, and there's a lot of trial and error involved. And my daughter went through the gamut, was hospitalized clinically for reactions to drugs and acute pancreatitis caused by them. But if you persevere and you have good psychiatric care, you can find combinations that will allow you to stabilize, but not completely mute the benefits, the energy, the positive energy that comes from bipolar, that creative energy, but allow people to thrive and live their life to their fullest.
And when people live their life to their fullest, and they live their life struggling to be mentally stable in a world that's kind of got some pain in it, how do you see a change in people who follow your programs and who use your tools for wellness?
I think what you find is that people first are just disillusioned. If they have a diagnosis, they don't know what it is. So first they come and want to find information about the disease, but then it's nothing you can cure. So then it's a question of how do you give them a message of hope, give them tools to deal with the day-to-day consequence of the disease, and allow them to manage their lives, because it is a life condition. But there's no reason with appropriate care you can't live fruitfully, you can't live a full life and do what you want to do. That's the whole point. Live a life, explore and do the things that you want to do as a person.
Thank you, brother, so much. Thank you for giving us this hope. We appreciate you and it. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Hey, John, we hear that your anniversary is coming up. 5 years of sobriety. We are so happy for you, so grateful that you're here. We love you. You're amazing. You're a beautiful human being. You're intended to be here until your natural end. I'm so glad you found your 5 years of sobriety, and love you, man, and say something nice.
Love you, baby says hi.
Baby says hi. There she is. She's right there.
Love you.
Love you so much.
Amazing.
Veronica, why does mental health matter?
Mental health matters because there are so many of us that are struggling from the inside, and we need to be talking about these things now. It matters because our lives depend on it.
Your lives depend on it. And Veronica, final question. What do you do? What's one thing you do every day for your brain, mind, and behavioral health, for your mental health?
Music every day of my life. And I play the piano, I'm writing music all the time. So that's my life saver.
Your music saves your life, and it helps change other lives.
Which is the biggest point.
Thank you, Veronica. We appreciate it.
I was taken into the hospital. That's when I was diagnosed with bipolar. I found out later from the workers that rescued me that I actually only had about 30 minutes left to live, and it was an accident. They were supposed to be there not for another hour, and by accident they were there an hour early, and that's how they were able to rescue me.
And your life was saved, and you live a purpose-driven life today, and you're here, and you're supposed to be. I'm so glad you're here. It's an honor to meet you. Thank you for taking us around the vlog. And if you can just say one message of hope.
You are not alone. There are people going through this too, and don't be ashamed to talk about it. Don't be ashamed. It's, everybody, a lot of people are going through it.
And we're glad you're here. Alicia, you take care, okay?
All right, thank you.
Bye. Guys, that is the vlog. We had a beautiful night at the International Bipolar Foundation Gala event, and here with my two friends, Susan and Debbie. What's going on?
Oh, we're so excited. What a fantastic night.
What a great night of hope, healing, and recovery. And the International Bipolar Foundation is changing lives everywhere.
Every day.
Every day.
One life at a time, every day.
One life at a time, every day. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin.
Subscribe and click that link and click that bell so you can get these notifications, so you can see these videos that are changing lives. Good night, guys. Be well. Be well, and be here tomorrow.
Yes, we will.
Bye, guys. Okay, Miss, could you state your name and spell it, please, for editing?
Sure. Marlene Drazen, D as in David, R-A-S-I-N.
And Marlene, you said something to me 5 minutes ago, that made me smile. What did you say about my story? What were you thinking?
I was watching the late night news, and I heard what you did. And I heard that you were fortunate that God didn't want you yet. And I said, what the fuck did he think he was doing? And I'm so glad to be able to look at you and see you and know that God was smarter than both of us.
Guys, that's how we're ending the vlog. Just like that, with those poignant words from this beautiful woman. I'm so glad to be alive. I'm so grateful to be here. And I'm going to be here tomorrow and every day after that. And you should too. Oh, thank you very much.
Where else do you have to go?
I have to go.
Where?
I have to go to the hotel.
I have to go have breakfast.
I have to go to sleep.
Yeah, you have to have breakfast.